Hey everyone, my name is Rebecca, and in this tutorial I will give you an introduction to Streamie. Streamie is an app that you can use with a variety of cameras. The focus of this video is simply to demonstrate what Streamie can do, but not specifically how to use or set up features. We have many deep dive tutorials to help assist with that. The intent of this video is to answer the question, is Streamie right for me? So to get started, at the very top of the Home tab, we have the Events section. This shows all of your most recent events, and it scrolls back all the way. So I have quite a few events. When you find an event you would like to view, you can bring it up and you can play it. You can also share the recording or a snapshot. Delete the event and view the event details. You can also resize this section to be whatever size you would like. Moving on, we have the Groups section. So if you have more than one camera, chances are you want to set up a group. These can be rearranged however you see fit. There's also a quick sort for alphabetical. And you can add, edit, and adjust the scale. So opening up my exterior group, you can select what cameras you would like to add. So how about let's remove my bird feeder camera. And you can adjust the size of all of the cameras. You can also do this on an individual camera level. So if I want to make my driveway camera smaller or bigger, I can do that. You can also go full screen. And then on an individual camera level, you can enable audio and adjust the volume. You can save a snapshot, make a 30-second recording, enable pan tilt zoom controls, and remove that camera from the group. Oh, and you can also rearrange these cameras however you see fit. Like so. Moving on to the cameras section, these are the cameras I have added. To add a camera, you can first search for it. I'm on my iPad, so you can see all of my iPad cameras. These are all of the OnVIF cameras found on my network. If the camera you're looking for isn't there, you can also add it manually by going to Add Camera, and then whatever camera type you are after, such as RTSP, OnVIF, Nest, HomeKit, Unify, or a Streamie shared camera. You can also select this and then select a camera to edit. So I am under my driveway camera. These are the credentials for streaming that camera, a couple of options and details, and then something important. These are actions. So these are event triggers sent by your camera. So for example, if you have a tripwire and that tripwire is crossed, you can set an action. So when someone walks across my driveway trip line, I am going to have Streamie speak the text, driveway line. These are modes. Go into modes in a little bit more detail further on, but you could have a away mode, a home mode, a sleep mode, anything of that variety. I found that this works best for me in that I've separated things by interior and exterior, and announce and log, as well as a always on mode. And then I can just enable and disable those as I need to. So if someone crosses my driveway line, I always want to know. So I'm gonna put always on. You can select the member to record that. And then you can also set a timer so it isn't becoming a nuisance if someone is going across that line a lot. Save, and those will all be stored here. Do a wide variety of things. Moving on to the next section, we have streams. Here you can select the stream for that camera, such as the main stream or a sub-stream. And if your camera has a zoom ability, you can also set that here. You can adjust the scale, just like the other sections. And you can also do the quick alphabetical sort. Moving on from there, we have smart devices. So currently you can do Habitat and SmartThings integrations. I'll give you just a quick look at that. You can adjust the scale, sort the devices. So these are my office lights. And this is coming in from my Habitat hub. This is a Z-Wave dimmer. And so when that is toggled on, I have Streamie logging an event with the name of Office using my streamer TV, and it is logging my office camera. So when someone comes in and they turn the lights on, I get a video of who that was, and it has a timeout of 5 minutes. That's super handy. And this doesn't just need to be lights. This can be a motion sensor or a switch or really anything else that integrates into a SmartThings or Habitat hub. Moving on from that, we have file servers. This is a SMB3 server for recording. You can use a search function and it will find servers on your local network. Well, it's not finding mine, but it is already set up, so we're just going to run over to that. So you would enter in your login credentials and where you want it to store recordings. You can view some space information, as well as set quotas for how many days you would like to store recordings and how much space you would like left over so that your NAS doesn't send you messages about being full. And then you can select which cameras. I believe if you don't select any cameras, it will by default record all cameras. And then what members to be used for recording to the NAS. So once you have that set up, you can view recordings for each camera, choose a date, and then you can pick a recording to play. And just like the events, you can also share the recording, delete it, and view event details. Moving on to the events section. This is very similar to what is back on the Home tab. So you can view those. You can make it a little bit bigger so you can see them a bit better. And you can view a somewhat larger event. You can still share, delete, and view the event details. You can delete all of the events from a day, and you can also filter events. So for example, let's see all the events that have happened on my deck, which should be lots of little events of my dog. So that is it for the Events tab. Moving on to the Account tab. We have a couple of quick actions you can do, such as enabling debugging logging, audible alerts and notifications, and remote camera access. You can turn those all on or off with little tick boxes over there. Profile is the name for this particular Streamie instance. You can view your purchase or purchase a subscription here. Under options, we have just a couple other miscellaneous options. For modes, this is what I talked about under camera settings. So you could set a home, away, basement, etc. mode, or like I said, I have the exterior, interior, and always on modes. So this is where you can add them. And then you have actions, which is where you can invite someone to view your cameras or join someone's account. You can also enter in an activation code, and then there's just some debug and reset options there. For integrations, this is for Google Nest. And then we have members, which is all of the devices on your account. There's also this handy key that corresponds to these icons for what is happening on each individual device. And then finally, we have accounts. So if you have more than one account, you can switch to it here. I don't, but nevertheless, if you have another home, a vacation home, or mom's house, or a business, you can switch to that account here. And then last, we have the Help tab. So here you can view the original tutorial, or look at just a couple of basic tutorials that are up here. Most importantly, though, is this support right here. And if you have a problem, this is the best way to get a hold of us. So just fill this out and we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. So yeah, that is a quick overview of Streamie. Hopefully this answers the question of whether Streamie will be a good fit for you. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you.